Well, more emails from Sony have leaked. This time it's Ben Affleck in the crosshairs. The movie star was featured on the PBS show Finding Your Roots, which digs up interesting facts about the ancestry of famous people. When it was Affleck's turn, the show's researchers discovered that one of his ancestors was a slave owner. Ben wasn't having it. The leaked emails show that Ben tried to get host Henry Louis Gates Jr. to remove the slave owner ancestry from his family tree. Gates complained to his boss that the removal would be against PBS rules, and that at least 4 guests in the series have already revealed slave owner ancestors. But PBS, Henry Louis Gates in particular, it appears, caved. They did reveal, however, that Ben Affleck had another relative who fought in the Revolution. And oh, how proud Mr. Affleck was of that.
This means he enlisted in the Revolutionary Army in 1776?
That's right. Your 6th great-grandfather volunteered to serve in the Patriot Army.
Wow.
He fought, Ben, in the American Revolution.
Wow, that is incredible.
You are descended from a patriot.
And a slave owner. But that didn't make it in. Ben Shapiro is editor-in-chief of Truth Revolt and radio host for KTTH in Seattle. Ben, good to see you. So it's wonderful. He's descended from a patriot. But then things took a turn for the worse, and we weren't going to find out about it. What does this say about him and some on the left who are so politically driven and quick to judge others?
Well, it's kind of amazing that he attempted to stifle it. I mean, of all the things in Ben Affleck's background, the slave owner 160 years ago, if that's what humiliates him rather than the fact that he starred in Daredevil and Geely, then he's got his priorities mixed up. But there are a lot of folks on the left who feel the need to kind of cover up for ancestral history because here's the truth of it. Ben Affleck has a wonderful family story if you include the slave owner, meaning if you have the slave owner, his mom marched in the Civil Rights Revolution in '64.
That made
so he could have said, look how far America has come. Yep.
That made the peace.
He could have said, look.
That's the problem. And how does this even arguably reflect on him as a man? I mean, to have an ancestor who was a slave owner, why not just own it? And in fact, in the emails, you can see Henry Louis Gates saying this is not a good decision by him. We've had many other stars, including, he points out, Anderson Cooper, who he said is descended from at least one slave owner, who he gives major props to for being really open about it. It doesn't reflect on Anderson.
No, I mean, Anderson Cooper came out and he said that he felt bad that he had an ancestor that was a slave owner, but the country had changed. If you're far enough left, if you're a devotee of Howard Zinn, which Ben Affleck is, and you believe that America bears collective guilt for all the sins of the past and there is no repentance, then of course you would attempt to escape that collective guilt by saying, well, my ancestors were never a part of that. That really is the only logical reason behind this because, look, there's nothing to be ashamed of that your ancestors did things that are wrong. Pretty much everybody's ancestors did things that were bad. That's the point. We've progressed beyond that, and if Ben Affleck can't see that, then that's the real tragedy in all of this. I mean, aside from the fact that he was in Reindeer Games and has been cast as Batman, which is its own tragedy.
Okay, but I think you're really giving short shrift to Good Will Hunting and Gone Girl, which just came out and was excellent. However, this is the same guy who says he can't watch a movie with a Republican in it because he knows he wouldn't like the guy. I mean, to be that sort of, you're bad, your sin is conservatism, while, you find out about your own family history that includes some sins in it, unsurprisingly, that has to be shut down so no one can judge you. Perhaps some open-mindedness would do the trick here.
Oh, the hypocrisy is amazing. I mean, the fact that he is so afraid of criticism from the right, presumably, that he wants to shut that down. The fact, by the way, that Henry Louis Gates went along with it is astonishing.
Well,
I mean,
he didn't want to.
Gates is an enormously
he didn't
powerful
want to. You can see in the emails he was against it, but he recognized. He said this would be a violation of PBS rules, actually, even for Batman. And then they had a discussion about how it's going to get out. It's going to get out if we do this. And sure enough, it got out.
Yep, well, inconvenient news for Henry Louis Gates and for Batman as well. And Batman shouldn't keep secrets. Eventually, we will find out that he is Bruce Wayne.
Ben, you still have the opportunity to do the right thing. Embrace your history, not embrace the slave ownership, but who you are and how we've moved forward. And then you had a mother who marched in the civil rights movement, and we can all deal honestly in the facts and acknowledge our real histories. Ben, good to see you.
You too.